And welcome back, friends. As I was saying before, I want to go ahead and make a quick rules adjustment for tonight. The community has spoken, and we've received some messages after last episode stating that they believe that since our party is not concluded with this current encounter, that the Destiny pool should remain as is. I spoke to all the players about it, and all the players are in agreement that the community is always right. So we are going to play with our community's rules. So
Democracy. I love the Republic.
Very nice. So we're going to keep the Destiny pool the same. I did roll for a new individual for the triggered morality. So one of our heroes tonight will have their conflict points doubled at the end of the session. Only I know who that player is currently, and they will find out at the end of the session when we've concluded. So, that being said, yes, sir.
Quick, one more announcement since I know you can't read the normal chat, Michael. Christy will be here ASAP. Just got a text from her.
Excellent.
So,
cool.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
So we'll have Raven back just in time. That's awesome. I'm happy about that. That's great.
Okay. I quickly dye her hair back.
Yeah. The coins, the code, the credits.
I give back the money that I did not take in the first place.
Everything is normal. Nothing changed.
Nothing happened.
That's so good. All right. So, Teemo, you've just peered around the corner. With, I believe you said your hood was kind of up and your cloak was kind of covering you, and you were
Correct.
holding.
I was trying to. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going.
I was trying to make it to where, as I was speaking, they would only see my mouth, maybe.
Okay.
So that way, if we try to get back in here, maybe the cameras don't even notice me. You know, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But,
and that was what your stealth check was for, correct?
yeah. It will also to sneak up on them.
Okay.
And I failed to sneak up on them.
You failed to sneak up on them, but your force isn't used to give you successes on that. Correct?
No,
okay.
That was for my force move because I was gonna move because I was trying to get them to look away so me and Raven could sneak by.
Right.
But I ended up failing the stealth check. So.
Okay, and I believe you said something to the fact of you made a threat towards them. I can't remember exactly what you said.
I said if you want something along the lines, if you want your ship intact, you will let us pass. Is what I said.
Okay. I would like you to go ahead and make a coercion check. As you're standing there, barely kind of around the corner, holding your hand out towards the vessel. Mm-hmm. Make a coercion check. This is going to be against 3 purple dice.
Oh boy. Okay.
And I am going to take great advantage of the fact that I have almost all of the destiny points for the evening, and I am going to thank you, community. I'm gonna go ahead and use a dark side to upgrade that as well. Oh, weird, I clicked on it, nothing happened. That's not good.
I'm gonna sync with GM real fast just to see if that works. Is that okay?
I didn't see anything come up on my end.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Weird. Let's try to use dark
I
side
clicked
again.
to use. I tried to use light. It didn't do it either.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Kicking things off with a bang.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I will disconnect from Roll20 and try to exit back, or maybe refresh.
Is rolling not working? Is that what?
Something had happened whenever we were given access to Raven's character sheet.
I'm going to just attempt to roll the coercion check to see if that works.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna upgrade just because I know you did upgrade. So.
Oh, my sheet's not responding to anything.
Yeah, mine's not either.
Oh, are we not responding?
Not responding. I'm gonna try restarting.
I've still got Star Wars dice.
Unfortunately, I think you're the only one that does.
I have some over there.
Gonna say
Just
not all
just
of
tell
us
me
have
what you
them.
want to roll it, and I'll roll it. I'll tell you.
All right. That's
They're-
not gonna get like
A
tedious
high
at
of
all.
triumphs. How is that possible?
Is the API down? Is it?
You know what I can do? I can let me try to see if I can fix the API. Sometimes it.
Okay.
I will try to fix this. Bear with
Technical
us.
difficulties.
Technical
Sorry.
difficulties. Yeah, we apologize. This does happen from time to time.
Out of curiosity, Derek, what would that dice pool be? I'll just roll it and see what happens.
API scripts. Let's see what I've got.
Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
You're fine. 3 purple, 1 upgrade, 4 green.
That means 1 red and 2 purple would be the
Correct.
upgrade.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And he said 4 green. I've only got 3, so I'll have to roll
4
again.
green.
Okay. Roll that last green one again. All right.
Oh, and for some reason in the overlay, we've got only half of Derek's face showing up because of there's 6 instead of 5 screens.
Oh.
So that's what's messing us up.
I'm just
So-
a half a person.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's
And it's
So,
half,
Derek,
and it's
you
half of
got-
my face sometimes in
Mhm.
there. So it's like we're co-leading.
Roommates!
Yeah.
Hey, if you didn't know, me and
Derek-
Michael actually, live together. Yes.
You got to wash.
Oh, cool.
Just
Thanks.
straight cancel out everything.
Oh, it's back. We got the API. That was it.
Huzzah!
It should be working now. I had to restart the API scripts for the game for some reason. They got hung up.
Yep.
Enhance.
It happens from time to time.
Enhance. Enhance.
So now we should have the die rules.
Oh, can we take gems?
Oh no!
Oh dear. Dear.
You see these 2 individuals looking at you as you're holding out your hand
No.
towards the vessel. One of them just takes a glance over the vessel and then back at you. And the one that had no hair at all just kind of looks at you, and you see this smirk appear on this individual's head or face. And then he smiles, and you can see his teeth are kind of sharpened a bit. Like they look jagged as he smiles. And he starts to get this, what looks to be weapon off of his shoulder, but it doesn't look... It looks interesting. It looks like it has this larger kind of contraption kind of spun or rolled up onto the top of it. And then he looks towards you and he's like, huh. Look at this one. All by himself. Quick, nab him. And I need you all to roll
Wait.
initiative.
All of us, or just
Everybody. Let's have everybody
Just
roll
everybody, okay.
initiative. Yeah. We're
So
gonna...
is this
This will be, I will say, for Tizo, it'll be cool. For everybody else, it'll be vigilance.
Man, I'm so much better at vigilance. Would you like someone to roll for Raven?
I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody can go ahead and roll initiative for Raven. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
So let me get
Wait, you said vigilance for everybody else, right?
everybody else vigilance. Yeah, let's do that.
Like, oh my god.
well?
Jesus, Raven.
Wow, look at that.
Still Raven.
All right, let me double check because I'm gonna have to make sure I count these individuals and make sure I get them on here. So I've
Yeah,
got-
wasn't there like 3 or 4 of them?
there's 3 of these guys, so I'm gonna make sure that I roll 3 of these. I'm going to say 2 are going to roll cool because they're the 2 that are outside. Which actually stinks for them too because they are better at vigilance. The 2 are going to do that, but 1 is going to roll vigilance because they're not really sure. They know something's down, they're just not sure what's going on quite yet. Then the humans that are behind that other one are considered a minion group. They're only going to roll 1 initiative. So we got those guys on the order. This guy, I'll put him on the order as well. We got him there. We got these guys are currently unaware, so I'm not going to put them. They're not moving.
Also, it just came back to me that I don't have my lightsaber right now either.
You don't. I believe Dran has it. Dran or Yeska has it.
I think Yeska has
one of
it,
them
yeah.
has it. Yeah. That kind of stinks.
Okay. Basically, I put Dran and Yeska on this initiative order because I have a feeling like you don't technically know something's happening yet, but I have a feeling like you guys will be made aware and then you'll have to decide. I left the rest of the NPCs off because currently they are unaware right now, and I'll add them as they become aware of what's going on. Oh, here we go. We got a Raven in the house.
And I'll.
Yay!
Raven, you rolled really well for initiative.
Yes, indeed. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do.
Took all your money.
No, we didn't do that. What do you mean?
I mean, that's valid. I didn't show up. You can use my money.
Now we know.
This one time only, she will not kill you.
Mom.
Mom's not home. We have her purse. Let's go.
I think they dyed your hair and then dyed it back again too.
Also,
That was me.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I did.
All right, let me get some different music on. As that didn't go so well for Tizo, as they didn't seem to buy it. You all by yourself, and the 2 of them against 1.
First, we're getting a slide echo.
Okay, hang on.
So let's get ready. Let's play. Let's do this.
Let's Star Wars.
It's Star Wars. That's right. All right. First up in the initiative order is one of the PCs.
I mean, do you
I think
all
this
care?
has got to be Tizo.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be. Yeah, because Tizo, you got these guys coming
You're-
at you.
You're in the thick of it, and Raven is like biting a hole through her tongue.
So I told them what I would do if they didn't listen to me. So I'm going to concentrate more. This is probably going to have to be another force check, Michael.
Okay.
Because I'm going to try, because I know the ship is connected to the platform. I'm going to try and rip it off and then throw it at them.
Woo. Okay.
Now, the thing is about, technically, as rules have written, it says I can only hit one creature. But in parentheses, it says if you're throwing a large enough thing, the DM can roll. It might hit multiple people, so that's up to you.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
So
Go for it.
I'm going to try and hit both of them,
If a
but
piece of rubble falls off a building that you did, it's like it only hits one person in a crowd.
technically.
yeah. Massive piece of rubble. It's one person.
Everyone else just kind of like sees it and just moves out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my!
Interesting.
I actually don't even think I need to use a destiny point this time to activate everything. Let me make sure.
Good.
Let me make sure. Scroll down. All right, so 1 to activate move. I don't know if they're out of range, but I'll increase range band.
Yeah, it probably need one to increase range
Okay.
to short. Yeah.
And then 1 to increase strength up to a size of 4. And this is with a 3, I'm pretty sure we said last session.
Okay.
And then I can pull things off of some secure mountings and So just yanking the ship off, and I'm just gonna toss it at them.
Nice. Okay. So here's what I'll do. What's the damage? Doesn't it say like a damage if it hits a?
Yes, it is. It's 5 times the silhouette, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
So 15. No, that can't be right. That doesn't sound right. Let me just pull up Force Move really quickly.
I think it's like a lot.
I think it's a lot more actually.
Like
I think it's like
10
10 times the.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 times the silhouette, which I think this is.
You got a
silhouette.
3-ton starship that's falling on you.
Yeah.
You're not going to be
That'll-
okay.
that'll hurt.
There's no okay after this.
Force Move. Okay, so.
It's like
So
Buster Keaton
technically, I
Wolverine.
have to make an attack. I should have made an attack with that. Attack's difficulty is equals to the silhouette of the object being thrown instead of the normal difficulty for the range attack. Silhouette of 0 deals 5 damage, while other objects deal equal to 10 times the silhouette number. So technically, I need to make an attack roll.
Okay.
Forgot to do that.
That's okay.
And this was a silhouette 3, correct?
Silhouette
so that's
3.
3
Uh-huh.
purple.
3 purple difficulty. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spend one of my points.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a dark side and I'm gonna increase your difficulty upgrade at once.
I'm going
Like,
to
we should
also
feel bad
redo
about that.
Oh, so you're flipping too? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna also
Alright.
do the same thing. And
I feel like
here
we
we
should feel
go.
bad about that, but I'm just grateful to get those points back.
that's it. That's it.
Thank you for hurting me.
Oh, look at
Well,
this.
this is interesting.
I missed them.
It missed them
With a
but
triumph.
With a triumph.
You ripped the whole.
That's what I was gonna say. Can I just like I accidentally like it's a little too strong because I've never lifted something this size before. So like I try to lift it and try and throw it to where it hits them, but it actually hits the bridge they're on maybe,
Okay. Okay.
and it like either maybe one of them falls or like they get at some kind of disadvantage on their turns. You know, I don't know how
Sure.
thick this bridge is. So
Yeah. So the ship slams into this pedestal. It does like break the metal a bit. It doesn't completely like sever it in half, but you can see bits of metal start to like screech as the ship sparks just spray from the ship as it slides across. You're struggling a bit to keep it up in the air as you're holding out your hand, trying to move this. It's a small starship, but you're moving a freaking starship.
yeah.
You know, you're moving it around with your hand, and then one of them actually like has to jump off the edge or be hit by it.
Wilhelm scream.
So I guess Wilhelm scream. You see him, the one with the longer hair, kind of jumps off of the edge, or else he would have got like that was his only option was to try to jump or try to dodge it. All right, so yeah, you do hear the scream. The other one kind of just does a tuck and roll and dodges out of the way and is kind of like laying prone beside the area. And then you hear the ship go, and then fall into that crevice below.
I yell out, "I told you!" Go back into the door, look at Raven, and just give her a shrug. And then hit the intercom like multiple times so he knows something's wrong.
There's a lot of clicks
guys downstairs.
coming into
Yeah,
your,
a lot of
into your ear, guys.
Yeah, did we feel the whole palace shake at that? Is that like
It was like you're hearing like dun, 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 dun. You're hearing that music going on in the background, and Dran, you're like, you look up and there's just this little amount of dust just comes down from the ceiling just a bit. You feel a little rumble from the seat that you're sitting in.
Yeah. Turn to Raven, shrug.
And a bunch
I
of clicks in
warned
your ear.
yeah?
I
Look at Yeska like. Well, I guess you can't see me. I nudge Yeska.
But I'm just gonna take cover inside the
clicks, too.
doorway.
Taking cover, perfect. Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
like completely like behind the door, or are you just keeping your eye on what's going on?
No, I'm gonna I completely go back against this door, just looking at Raven.
As you do that, you do hear a sound It does sound a little familiar, like you've heard it before. It sounds like a jetpack being ignited.
Oh.
I'm guessing the guy that jumped off of the thing has a jetpack. So that's then my turn.
Okay, that brings us to the next PC. Whoever would like to go next. So technically, Dran and Yeska, you are aware that something is happening, because now you've not gotten one click. You've gotten probably 12 to 16.
Mm-hmm.
Something in Morse code.
Time for a restroom break.
Yes, perhaps we ought to go and visit the facilities. I also have to relieve myself. Let us find that place, shall we? And I guess we kind of like get up
Okay.
and go as a group.
So do you guys want to take the next two PC turns to basically maneuver out, or?
I
Unless
think I
Raven
want
needs
to
to solve something.
I think I want us to, like, wherever our turns fall, just to kind of, maybe say our goodbyes and try to find a way out of this situation, because they might need some backup.
Okay. So are you saying that to Teemo?
Yes. So we'll go up. I'll go up to the hut.
Okay.
And Master Teemo, you have been so gracious to invite us into your home. Unfortunately, we do have another pressing business meeting, not as important as yours, but we do have other items to attend to. We would be so pleased if we could return again and once again speak business and have a few drinks in your wonderful establishment.
Very good.
And give him a very elegant bow, and kind of turn to the doctor, and so yes, please let us repair to our ship, and make my way unhurriedly, but not slowly, out of this room. Like I'm not rushing, but I'm not strolling either. I'm moving with purpose.
Okay. I will say you can pretty much like get to like the doorway there, and you can see there's that other group being led out towards the area where well, you guys haven't been back there, so you're not really sure where they're headed, but they're headed towards another door back there, that group of humans led by that other individual.
Can you remind me about that again?
One of those Thalassians came back into the room and said that something suspicious was happening outside, because the gun turret, and the person who was manning it was missing, and it looked like they had been ejected from their station and plummeted hundreds of feet to their death.
Okay.
And they're not really sure what happened, and they wanted to make sure somebody knew what was going on, so they sent them to go check it out.
All right, so I will kind of gesture to Dran, and kind of follow behind them.
Okay.
Out of character. What is our plan here?
Well, we were attempting to scare them. That didn't work, so I threw a ship at them.
Yep.
I've got it right
I
here.
missed
I got you.
and hit the bridge.
I got you, Christy.
Yes,
it looks
brilliant. Love that.
something.
Are we gonna kill Teemo? That's my question.
It
Really
looks
my
something like this, Christy.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. I'm just debating if I should, do deadly force at this point.
Oh, shoot these guys, definitely. Shoot these guys.
Okay, just checking.
These aren't
Okay.
Teemo's guys. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So whenever I go, I'm gonna be shooting.
These aren't Teemo's guys.
These aren't Teemo's guys.
Meanwhile, I accidentally sent one of them off the edge
We've
already.
got jackets.
I like what Sister Skull Kid said
It
in
has
chat.
a droid with a lightsaber through it.
People don't just fall to their death like they used to. so good.
Just can't be depended
And
upon
jetpacks.
anymore just to fall to their death.
Do we need any of these guys alive to find out where? I mean, Dran couldn't ask that. He's not there, but
Well, the next PC can go. So we have a PC and then 3 NPC slots before the next PC will go.
Wait, didn't we want these people alive because they had the Mandalorian's father?
You have information. You just got information that Teemo just made a deal very recently that he is going to purchase Vera's father from them, which was part of the tension that built up to this moment. And they were about ready to leave until they saw Turret Man was missing.
mm-hmm.
And that's
And then their ship didn't work, right? Because somebody broke something on their ship.
that was the other guy.
Definitely
Oh, that's
doesn't
the
work
other-
now.
Yeah, their ship
Who could
definitely
that
isn't
be?
going to work now.
So basically, Raven, there was one of them that went past us, so we could kill these two and then take the one that's coming back, probably. I don't know how we're getting off this thing though. So
Okay.
I have no clue.
Okay. All right. Should I go? Should I just shoot this thing?
Why not?
All right. Let's shoot.
When in doubt.
One in doubt.
So are you going to kind of pop out around the corner
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
fire? The current situation is there's one on the platform who is prone. So firing at him is going to add an additional setback because of him being prone.
Okay.
And they have 1 point of defense too. So they will have another setback. So if you fire at this guy, you'll have 2 setback on it.
Okay.
And it will be whatever your short range difficulty is for your weapon, which would normally be, I think, 1 purple.
Mm-hmm. Hooyah.
And
Oh
that's
my.
That's gonna hit him.
+4 point blank.
13 plus 4.
Yes.
17 with point blank.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the shot definitely hits, slams into his chest, causes him to roll back a little bit, but he doesn't disintegrate. And you can see that they're wearing underneath this kind of cloak that they've got, they're wearing some pretty heavy-duty customized armor.
All right.
Looks like they have
Good to know.
a pretty significant amount of soak on these guys.
I think I know what you're going with, Michael.
So he gets
Alright.
slammed into that. You have 4 advantage.
Can I boost my friends that I don't see?
You can. You can also score critical hits if you want. That weapon has critical too, but that's up to you.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll crit once and then I will boost Yeska.
Okay, Yeska, you will have a boost as distraction.
Oh,
That-
leave it.
He is right by Teemo.
and
Do
that-
not give me that.
and that gun will probably create a pretty big sound throughout that room as well as it fires. But critical rating. Does that thing have vicious quality?
I believe so. Let me just double check.
While she's doing that, maybe we can say that the boost that she would give Yeska is that the, people that I'm following behind like wouldn't notice me at all because of the noise up ahead.
Vicious 4.
Oh, so it's a 40 offset on the crit. Let's see what it does. Maimed. Limb permanently lost.
Classic Star Wars.
Oh. Cannot perform actions that use that limb. Add 1 setback to all other actions. I'll say you blast his right arm completely off with the disruptor pistol. It disintegrates basically off of his body as he's laying there. He stumbles
A
back.
shooting hand.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So he will get 1 setback in pretty much all actions going forward.
That was a mistake.
Oh,
That was a mistake. Don't do
that
that.
was vicious. Anything else you would do, Raven?
Probably like press my back against the wall and look into the room to see if anyone's coming up behind me.
Okay, you do hear somebody say and start shouting, "What was that? I heard a sound!" Coming from outside of the hallway originally. So it appears that the firing of weapons has definitely resonated through at least outside the next room.
Cool.
All right.
That's my turn.
Okay. We've got a string of NPCs that get to go. This guy out front is gonna struggle to get to his feet. He spends a maneuver to get to his feet. He is going to just kind of rush up. He's going to take him 2 strain to do another maneuver here. Just to get to where he can see enough of Tizo around the other side. And he gets that weapon ready, and it's odd, and then you get to look at it closely. It looks like a net has been wrapped up in the front of it. And it looks like he's going to fire this net towards you. So he gets ready, and he's going to just shoot it right towards you. So I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, I have to add a setback to this. What's your defense rating?
I have a defense of 1 from both ranged and melee.
Okay.
I will also take the dodge incidental, so it upgrades the difficulty of the check
Okay.
by 1.
You got it.
And I think that's all I can do.
All right. I am going to spend a dark side point to upgrade the attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go ahead and fire the electronet launcher.
Great.
And it misses.
Yes!
It misses. Basically, you being tucked up against the wall there, half of the electronet like sticks into the side of the wall, and then it wraps around. You kind of dodge and spin against the wall out of the way, and it's almost like the net like wraps around the side of the wall, and you can see this electrical charge kind of being forced through it. You can feel the little bit of a vibration as it's close to you, and it misses completely. He also takes a point of strain for the threat.
That was really rude.
You do hear the jetpack as the other one seems to be hovering outside. Ends up landing. And then see what else they can do. Basically just shouts towards you guys and says, "There's no way you're gonna get out of there. There's no way you survive this. Just go ahead and lay down your weapons. And we'll figure out how we can get through all this." Perhaps you can buy us a new ship while you're at it. And that's actually all he's going to do on his turn. You guys hear Raven. You see a group of thugs just kind of run into the room using their maneuver on the other side. And they look and they can see you standing there against the wall. Tizo standing there against the wall. And they're just all holding blaster pistols, like looking towards you guys. You guys just waving? Okay.
Yeah, I just wave at him like, uh-oh.
They heard weapons firing, so they just point right at Raven. They're gonna fire because they don't care. So they're gonna go and attack Raven. Raven, you do have, I believe, defense. 2 or 3?
Two.
Two? Okay. Short range, I believe, is 1 purple difficulty. And they are going to fire their blaster pistols all together at you. Here they go. Oh, and that's gonna hit.
Okay. For the other one, is that all of them shooting at once?
Yeah, that's kind of like just narratively, they're all like picking up and firing.
Okay.
Some of them are missing you, and some of them are hitting. You know.
Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say I was gonna do defensive stance, but that's fine. I'll do that for the next one. So that's 6, 7. Got it.
And they are going to use their advantage to pass a boost to the next person that goes NPC wise. I gotta remember to use those. So that's 8 damage soakable.
Oh, that's right. It is soak.
Yep, it does.
Yep.
Yeah, you got your soak.
Never mind. All right.
And that's really all they can do their turn. Does it do any damage to you, Raven?
2.
2. So you soak most of it, but you definitely take some shots. As it looks like you guys are kind of getting pinned in this location from both sides. It's our last PC round.
Probably me, huh?
Yeah, Dran, you can see that the Gamorreans and Teemo are now starting to suspiciously look towards the hall where Yeska's walking, as you guys can hear the faint sounds of blaster fire. And Teemo looks very suspicious towards the side there. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look really shocked and curious and start walking that way. Like, what's going on?
Okay, you're just gonna walk that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can see individuals walking out there, guns pulled and firing into a room.
Firing into a room, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
How much of my movement can I do to creep up and see like what they're up to?
You'd have to spend 2 points of strain to move again. I'll allow it if you spend 2 points of strain.
I'm pretty strained, but yeah, let me. And can I do that stealthily?
You'd have to. That would be kind of like your action. Like you'd have to make a stealth check.
Okay. So I'm going to then use an action movement 2 strain to move up a little closer and see what's up. 6, and it's a stealth check. What's the difficulty on that?
This is going to be 3 purple.
Oh boy. I'm not that good at stealth. Oh wow, I am.
You succeed with 2 threat. So go ahead and move your. You can move your token up, and immediately. I'm gonna wait till you move it. Immediately when you go there, you realize that there are other people in that hallway that you just snuck up and you're like tippy toeing up through. So basically your stealth check was successful against the humans who are in gunfire right now, but
Yeah.
all the rest of those guys see you like sneaking up, and they're just suspiciously looking at you awkwardly as they're reaching for weapons as well, getting ready to jump into the fray of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Not really sure whose side you're on at this point, so
Yeah. Well, that's all I can do on my turn.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to. We've got 2 more NPC groups, and that's actually the 2 that are with Dran out here. Actually, once the gunfire would have went off, this individual would have made a couple of noises towards this Thalassian, like, and actually just barge right by you, Dran, like shoulder check you.
Oh.
And then start running in the room and actually shoulder check Yeska on the way through as well. Like running towards Teemo. And would use 2 strain to basically use his whole turn to get to Teemo. So that's all he can do on his turn. And this one actually just kind of looks at you awkwardly and then rushes into this room as well. And sees Raven's the first person that he can see. So he's going to go ahead and try to fire...
Defensive stance, so it's upgraded.
Upgraded 1, okay. So
Yeah.
2 setback, a purple, upgraded once. I'm also going to go ahead and use a dark side point, and I'm going to upgrade his attack once. And he's gonna fire his. He has a pulls out this small holdout blaster and just fires it at you.
Oh.
That's gonna hit 2 for 8 total soakable damage. I think that was the same as the last one did, so it'd probably be only 2, as it just barely. Some of the shots just barely get through your armor as you. That ends his turn, and that actually brings us to the top of the round.
Well, I have a quick question, like I always do.
Yep.
The individual with the jetpack, is he hovering over like the chasms or like off the side, or is he over the bridge now?
He technically landed on the bridge.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Does this jetpack look that much different than Raven's by any chance?
It does look different. It actually looks like there's these weird like hoses that go down off the side, and it looks like the jet streams are coming from like these strange boots that the individual is wearing.
Like the Mario movie.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh crap! So it's
I was
not the
thinking
jetpack,
more
it's
of
the-
what was the Duros that was a bounty hunter in Clone Wars? Cad Bane with his awesome hats.
Mhm.
Because he had jet boots.
Yeah, they're kind of like jet boots, but it looks like there's like hoses that go up to wherever you think like the fuel cell of this object is.
That puts a damper in my plan. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna say Raven's name, but I'm gonna talk over to Raven. You should just get out of here. Fly away. I can handle myself. Not in agreement, please. We're either both gonna die or get captured, or only one of us could. So you should get out of here since you have a jetpack.
What are you talking about?
We'll figure a way out to get myself out. It's fine.
I have added some individuals to the initiative order for round 2.
So, what I would like to
30.
do, after saying that to Raven, hoping she goes along with my plan, I am going to actually use my action to use a skill that I haven't used.
Pause for a second, because somebody
Oh.
rolled way higher than you guys
Oh,
on the
Oh
initiative
no.
order.
They
It's
did.
Teemo
Oh no.
flipping Hutts.
These Hutts, you know. They can
Yeah.
be a pain.
They're nimble.
They are, yeah.
They're nimble.
Yep, they're nimble.
They're about as nimble as a boulder.
Those nimble huts. Okay, sorry, I gotta organize these because for some reason, every time you put them in descending order, it doesn't really actually put them in descending order.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah, so Teemo is gonna go first. He's not really sure what's going on, but let me double check his abilities. No, he's just gonna start. He's gonna start moving. Actually, he gets kind of like right over next to you, Yeska. Slimy form, kind of slug-like in the way he moves as he like just wobbles. Looks very awkward and slow. But he's just gonna move over to there, and he's just gonna take a glance over your shoulder, Yeska, to look down the hall. And that's all he's gonna do, bringing us to a PC's turn.
So I say all that to Raven. And I say, just please listen to me. I got this. I am going to force jump above and over these people. Because I can, of course, have to roll force to see if I do this. But I can jump a short range, but if I get enough force, I can upgrade that range to the next band up. Which I forget what is that. But I'm hoping I can jump across to the other side behind them, basically.
Behind the guys that are outside, or behind the group of humans that are inside?
No, out this way.
Out the door. Okay,
out towards the landing pad is where I want to try and jump to.
Sure.
So,
go for it.
All right, here we go. Force, ability. Oh no, 4. Okay, I am going to have to use a light side point.
Okay, just one. You gonna spend?
Just one. Yeah, because I only need to upgrade it because it's just a maneuver to do it. And yeah, I increase the jump range by 1 range band. So I take a strain for that and a conflict. And yeah, I basically just want to jump out.
Okay.
Over behind the people and land here or even here if I can.
Either one would be fine, wherever you'd rather go. They're both within your range.
I will go to the big landing pad. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll go about there.
So Tizo runs and launches himself across that little break where he caused the ship to go into the platform, and he lands on the other side. So
another quick question is: did the ship stay up here or did it fall?
It fell.
Okay, just making sure.
You're now starting to see the smoke rising from below.
And then I think you can take a dodge action or something like that. You can, because I don't have anything else I want to use my action for. Or no, wait, I can just shoot these guys. I forgot I have a weapon.
Does using your force jump count as an action? Do you have
it
something?
normally does, but I have the upgrade to make it to a incident or a maneuver.
Okay, perfect.
So I will actually I'll take out the blaster Raven gave me, and I will shoot one of these dudes.
Oh, you pulled out the rifle?
Yep. So
they have.
I don't know how to do this. So
well, which one are you firing at? The one
I'm gonna fire at the one that's not missing an arm. So basically the one that landed.
The one that
back.
landed. Okay, sure. So
yeah.
It's gonna be. They have 1 defense, so 1 setback.
Okay.
And it's going to be short range, so that is 1 purple die.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, nope. That's my lightsaber.
I got that.
Oh, look at this.
That's gonna be a hit. 12 soakable damage.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
12 soakable damage.
12 soakable. Let's see. All right. You definitely hit him a few times as you start to just unload on him. he kind of teeters back a little bit and refocuses his direction towards you after you kind of ran and jumped across. I almost imagine like before you even hit the ground, like you were doing these twists and you got the gun out, and
definitely,
fire down at him.
Right.
So,
definitely, because that's so much cooler.
Yeah. You hit him, but you can see definitely as pieces of this cloak and clothing that he's got on are ripping off. You can see there's some kind of armor that he's wearing that's protecting himself. So,
Gotcha.
Does that end your turn?
That will end my turn.
Okay, got another PC. Whoever would like to go.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
You also have the terrible breath of a Hutt surrounding you. This awful aroma breathing over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Should I just say something, or should I like explain out of character what my idea is and see
Explain
if
out of character, because I also have an idea, but I'd like to hear yours first.
We have here an opportunity to get another type of inside man in the situation. I think if we encourage the capture of this strange rebel, this strange, attacker, and see if we can convince Teemo to install him as a gladiator. Perhaps Raven can find a way to make her escape.
Yeah,
Teemo can survive
God.
as a gladiator until we get back, hopefully. And we can come back maybe with a bit more of maybe like a cunning plan.
This feels like such a movie.
Yeah.
it's legitly Luke getting captured by Java,
Yeah.
and then R2 throwing the lightsaber up in the air.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm not going crazy. That did happen in the
Yes,
movie, right?
it did.
Okay.
Yes.
It did
I
happen.
know my lore.
Yep.
That did happen. Okay, so
Okay, I'm
I'm
proud of myself.
I'm
I
wondering
got
if
that
we
reference.
can Return of the Jedi this situation.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I say go for it.
What do you
'Cause
think?
that's what I
What do
was
you think,
leaning towards,
Twitch
getting
chat?
captured.
What do you think, Twitch chat?
my
Can they
God.
return of the Jedi in this situation?
Are
We'll
we
see.
returning the Jedi? Is that what's happening right now?
Hmm.
We'll call it Return of the Mandalorians.
I love it.
Okay. All right. So now back in character, I will say to Team. Oh my goodness! It sounds like some kind of commotion up ahead. I hope that your guards and your gladiators will be able to protect us.
Okay.
And I'll just start moving forward. Curious more than concerned.
Okay.
I'm trying to kind of inception
Sure.
his big Hutt mind.
Yeah, sure. You really didn't. You haven't given him like a reason to like with the gift that you guys brought and stuff. He's
It was a nice gift.
It is a nice gift, and he legitimately, like, this is the first time he's ever met you guys, and he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a reason to think like what side you're on here. So he
And-
basically
and
just
in fact,
he
instead
just
of
takes
instead
that
of,
in, and he's not really like he's not aggressive towards you right this second, but
and in fact, instead of like preceding him, I'll step out of his way. He's the big guy here. I don't step in front of him. I step out of his way. So I'm gonna step to the side
okay.
and let him. This is his place. I'm gonna let him lead the way.
Okay, yeah.
I'm deferring to him, and hopefully, he's picking up on subliminal things that I'm putting out there for gladiators, and hopefully through the comms, Raven and Tizo, also heard my emphasis on the word gladiator.
Okay.
There's no possible way that I could say it and him not think it sounds weird, but for them to also understand what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Why don't we do
So
this?
I know this is a bit meta. I'm sorry.
Well, let's do this. Let's with what you're trying to do. I'm trying to think of what the best social skill for this would be, because it's not really like you're not really like being. It's not deception, I wouldn't think. You're not intimidating, so it's not coercion. Maybe maybe a negotiation? Is it negotiating the fact that he should take this individual a prisoner rather than, would that be kind of like negotiating a
It could be.
Okay.
Could
Well,
be also charm.
Yeah.
I
It
guess
could be. It could be charm. Like I don't want to push charm because that's like my best thing.
Okay.
I don't want to meta the game
I
like
would-
that.
I don't know. I would say charm.
I would say
Oh, charm
Negotiation
and
or charm?
negotiation make.
probably the most sense. So
Yeah.
it's up to you.
Why don't you flip a coin?
If you wink, it's charm.
Right.
Those beautiful red eyes.
Because I feel like this is very much like Yeska's deal. Like it makes sense that he would use charm instead of negotiation because he is the resident space dad. He's a social butterfly.
Okay. Let's see how well your charm sits with Teemo. So you are going to make a charm check against 5 red dice.
Oh my stars!
Right. This I forgot
my
Teemo
Star
was
Wars.
like that. I forgot Teemo was like that.
And I did have that boost passed to me.
Yeah, you did.
And if it's alright with y'all, I'm gonna use a light side point and upgrade. One upgrade. And here we go.
What?
What?
Yes!
What?
Yes!
What?
What? You succeed.
The odds of that happening are 1 in a
This
Force
billion.
has
is
spoken.
not- Oh!
Oh wow.
Oh.
That feels like a gladiator fight in itself. Damn.
That is
Wow.
amazing roll.
Wow.
Look at that
Wow.
roll. Gosh, guys. So, yeah.
Look at Team's Bard. I'm just
Team,
Yeah,
basically.
that's it.
You're about to sleep
That's
with a
kind
Hutt.
of how I see Yeska. He's our bard.
You see Teemo as an out of turn incidental. Reach for, you don't even know where it came from, but like reach for like a communications device that he kind of pulls out of maybe a roll on his back and he pulls it out and you hear this.
Can he have like a neck bag or something? God.
A fanny pack. Yeah.
We need some more gladiators for our entertainment. And he just
What
calls
a
out,
fantastic idea!
And
Mighty
honest-
Teemo.
and
A
honestly,
gladiator.
that's on the loudspeaker, so you guys all hear it. Like it's an intercom throughout the place. So Raven and Tizo, you guys all hear this, and you look and see all of his goons and thugs like looking around and then look at you guys and start smiling. As if
And I'll
the plans have
like
changed.
I guess it's the last thing for my turn if I can. Like I'll I know I've done a lot, but I'll like kind of make sure my comm is activated and go. Oh, no doubt you will capture such an easy prey.
Very good, very good. That brings us to an NPC.
Can't believe I did that.
And since it's been announced on the loudspeaker, these one of these Gamorreans actually moves down and kind of gets into position down here, and that's all he's going to do on his turn.
Did
the
Raven
dwarf.
get to go?
Did we have 2 PCs in a row or something on there?
Oh, all 3 of us went first. That NPC technically went after Raven the last time. That's why I was confused. Never mind. Because there's an NPC and
I
one
didn't-
of us
I
at the
haven't gone
same
yet.
2
Because
1.
it went, yeah, we have NPC, then we had 2 PCs, and that was you and, was it?
Yeah.
It was you
Well,
and Yeska.
before you reset it, it was technically
Yeah,
3
yeah, yeah.
PCs in order,
Yeah.
but
We got another NPC, or we got a PC slot now, so whoever would like to go
Alright.
between Dran and Raven.
I'm probably gonna take conflict for this because I don't like running away from a fight. I absolutely hate this so much, so I'll figure out the conflict later, but I'm going to activate my jetpack and start flying over.
Flying over to where Tizo's at.
Yes.
Okay.
out of here.
I have to like
Well,
I
you
have to
could
get
just go.
away from them.
You could just go away from like out the door and
Okay,
then
then
out.
I will just keep going past Tizo, I guess. But before I go, I'm going to drop a frag grenade on these two.
Oh.
no.
From above.
Oh no! You're just like doing like the and dropping it down. Yeah, throwing it over your shoulder. Ah, yes.
Grenades.
Who are you technically aiming for? You aiming for one arm guy, or are you aiming for the other guy?
Let's do one arm guy.
Yeah.
Let's just end
okay.
his misery.
Okay, you got it. You got it. So this is just a ranged light attack roll that you're gonna make. And I would say you're
All
flying
right.
within short range above him, so that's gonna be 1 purple die difficulty. And these two are technically engaged with one another, so if you get enough advantage, you'll be able to activate blast and hit them both.
Should I just use something that uses ranged light?
You can
Or-
just click range light in your skills
Oh,
section.
right. Yes. Okay. Range light.
Oh, they do have 1 black setback.
One black setback.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm doing that right.
Nice.
Very nice.
Head gone.
How much is base damage on the grenade? Don't know. Let's see if we can check.
I just know I have
2
12 of
seconds.
them in my backpack.
Oh my gosh.
Frag grenades. Oh yeah, you guys bought a whole box of them. Lightsabers.
I would assume she brought like 4 or 5.
It
with
is
her.
damage 8, critical
Yeah.
4,
Blast.
blast 6.
So that's 11 points of 11 points of grenade damage to the one who had 1 arm.
Mhm.
So even with this soak, that's going to be enough to put him down. Now you could spend 2 of those advantages to do 6 points of damage to the guy next to.
Sure.
Okay.
And I'll do the next person going forward.
Okay. So you throw that thing over your shoulder. You hear the explosion behind you. You hear the scream of one as you see kind of flames like burning off of a corpse that just seems to fall off the edge and create a smoke trail down as this one's falling down. You can see the other one kind of pulls his arms up as the blast is occurring. He gets knocked back a little bit. But I believe that frag grenades still... I think I still can apply soak
Yeah, I think so.
to frag grenades too. So it
So
doesn't
he probably
seem...
didn't take much.
It doesn't seem like it did anything to him. As he was
Okay.
able to soak all that
So he's
all
still
that
fixed
blast,
in.
yeah. And he kind of stumbles off, but that one guy that had no arm is fallen off, and you can see just a speck of smoke kind of rising down there from the distance of where he used to be.
Okay. And then I'll just start flying away.
Okay. Towards the town or away from the city?
If I go away from the city, is there places to like?
It looks
Land
like
or
it
hide?
kind of looks like
It's
open
just
desert.
flat, right?
It looks like open desert.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the city.
Okay.
Get to the chopper.
All right, so Raven starts blasting her way towards the city, bringing us to another NPC. I guess the only thing that's going to happen, I guess these humans are going to go right here. seeing that the Mandalorian has disappeared outside, they are gonna run and get to the doorway down here, and they're all just gonna focus fire towards Tizo.
Oh, wait, I was told them to be captured.
So
since they're using normal guns, I will use my dodge,
okay.
so it upgrades the difficulty.
Okay, so increases difficulty.
Correct.
Upgrade
And I
one.
take a strain to do so.
And you have 2 black setback against you, right?
I
Is it
have
one?
a defense of 1 and 1
One,
of
okay.
ranged and melee, so
Okay.
that does.
Okay. I am going to use a dark side point and give them a boost.
Okay.
Or upgrade, excuse me. And I'm going to use this boost that I've been writing down
Uh-huh.
and keep on forgetting about, because that's what I do all the time. Why do I do that? I don't know. So they actually, like, you see them, and
Wasn't
Tizo-
well much to Bruce.
kind of looks like they, as they fire, there's a strange. It's not the red blaster fire coming out. It's this weird,
They're
like,
trying to stun me.
blue rings that start to shoot across the way, as they look like they're setting theirs to stun. I clicked to roll and nothing happened. Let me try one more time. Oh no.
Did you need to do the thing again?
Nope, here it
Oh,
comes.
there they go.
Whoa, whoa.
We'll take the first one, because it did both of them. So that's going to succeed. So that's going to be 8 points of stun damage. So that'd be strain, but you can soak it.
Okay, so you said 8?
8.
Okay, so I took 6. No, I took 3. Sorry.
3?
I have a soak of 5.
Okay. So even with the stun setting, you can feel this kind of almost your muscles kind of tensing up a little bit as you're trying to regain purchase on the other side of that landing bay. And that's all that they're going to do. The other individual that's out there, actually, he's going to... He actually gets out what looks to be a small device in his hand and clicks a little button. And he's going to throw it at you, Tizo.
Do I know what this thing would be?
Looks like a grenade.
Oh boy.
Always with the grenades with these people.
All right.
Okay.
Well, if I think it's a grenade, I'm gonna take the dodge action again.
Dodge action again? Okay.
Yeah.
You can do that multiple times?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can do it anytime someone attacks me.
Okay. So, there we go. We've got difficulty set, upgrade. Here it comes. Oh, it misses. It was a, and there was this weird kind of blast come from behind you. It sends out this ring as it blasts, and it looked similar to, like, almost like the stun fire, like this was some kind of stun grenade that he threw at you. But it misses, and is going to apply a boost to the next person who goes, bringing us to, I think I have one more NPC round. This Gamorrean over here is going to basically just move over near the other Gamorrean here next to Yeska, and that's going to be that NPC's turn, bringing us to our last PC of this round.
All right. Hearing all the explosions and the gunfire, I'm just gonna, oh my, what's going on? And I'm gonna kind of go up against the wall and like stay out of trouble. Like I've never seen a fight before.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Go ahead and just for kicks, I want you to make a deception check.
You also have a boost.
You also have a boost.
Okay, okay. I have
Let
a
me
boost.
let me double check this Gamorrean, because it's going to be contested against this Gamorrean here. To see if he.
Deception.
They're not
dies.
smart,
And
so
they're not. That's 1 purple die. That's your difficulty.
I may still fail this. Let's see how it goes, because I'm not.
no.
I'm not very cunning.
That's a success. But you're sweating a little bit. You take a
Yeah.
point of strain. You're sweating it.
The sweat sells it. The sweat sells it.
The Gamorrean kind of snorts at you a little bit and points to you, but then redirects its attention towards that other room, where all the explosions seem to be coming from.
Yeah.
It is sweat, but it's just because he needs his mister.
That's it. That's it.
Yep.
All right. So we got a bunch of NPCs here at the bottom. I should start marking these guys. Most of these guys that are over here are just gonna start making their way. They're just gonna start moving this way. They're gonna use their actions to do like 2 maneuvers, kind of to get into position. This Gamorrean's gonna make his way 2 maneuvers into this room. This Gamorrean rushes in this way. So basically everybody here is just moving as just like a lump sum move with everybody. This guy is actually going to move and just kind of take cover around this wall. There's massive explosions coming from outside, and not everybody seems to be willing to just run out there without having a big group of them together. So I'm going to say that all those NPCs have their turns taken, bringing us to the top of the 3rd round. Teemo seems like he's staying behind and he's kind of watching the rest of the group head up. That Thalassian that threw the stun grenade is going to take his turn first in this round. And this time he's going to he's going to use his jetpack and land next to Tizo for his maneuver. And he's going to... He's just going to try to, like, grapple onto you.
Can I say something to him if he's if I see him doing that really
Sure.
fast?
Yeah, he like lands right next to you. His long flowing locks of white hair just seem to wave a little bit as he lands, and he just glares at you. Looks like he's getting ready to pounce towards you.
I go, I have a net. Might help you. And I'll like take a net off my belt. Kind of hold it towards him.
It looks like he's about to take serious
arrest
offense to
me.
this. But he goes ahead and he's going to just grapple you. So what you need to do is you need to make... or what's your... do you have any points in Brawl?
Brawl?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
What's your Brawl combat
2.
skill? 2?
2 green.
2
Yes.
green? Okay, so it'll what that is going to be a contested check. It's his Brawl against yours. So it will be 2 purple dice difficulty for him. I still do have...
There's a reason why Yeska and Tizo do lightsaber sparring and not arm wrestling.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Exactly.
Did you want to try to dodge?
Oh. No.
No? Okay.
I was trying to get him to just capture me in the net, but
Well, he seems
No,
to
I'm not
think
gonna
he seems
dodge.
to think that you're dissing him about the missing of the net a while back with the other guy. So he took it as an insult.
right.
So he's gonna go ahead and try to grab you with his brawl check. So let's see. He does. He basically got you, and he's got you held right now as he's wraps his arms around you.
Really sad that he almost failed.
He was close to failing, yeah. So that's all he does on his turn. We got a PC turn.
I mean, I'm just gonna talk to the guy. So if anybody else wants to do anything, I'm not gonna try and break out. So
I'll take a turn. Is it possible for me to take my turn and just like memorize where guards are coming from and how they respond to an emergency situation?
Sure.
What type of check should I make for that?
That's a good question.
Because it seems to be just silly to say, I do that. I'd rather roll for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like knowledge of warfare, knowing where people are positioned, or is
knowledge
it
warfare would be a good one.
Like just,
astrogation, knowing how moving bodies interact?
Tactical situational awareness. That's what I'm on.
Perception?
Oh, yeah, perception would be good.
Perception would fit.
I would say perception or vigilance.
Vigilance, because that's kind of like an insight-based skill.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you just want to make a basic
There's also the warfare
warfare
check in knowledge skills.
Knowledge
I don't know.
warfare.
I don't know if that counts.
I would count knowledge warfare or even knowledge underworld in this situation because you're in a black market type crime lord environment. So any of those checks, I would say you pick the one that you feel is your best or what suits the situation. And I'm just going to say it's going to be pretty easy in this situation because you're in the middle of it and not as part of the, like, they're not shooting
I'm not
at
under
you.
suspicion.
You're not under suspicion. So I would say to be 2 purple would be the difficulty on it, just an average check.
Okay, I think I'm going to go with my perception because that's what I'm the best at of those.
Okay, sure.
Here we go.
Great, how'd that work?
Nice.
Out for you? Yeah, success with 2
Success and 2 advantage.
Yeah, so you're taking a look at where everybody's coming from. I mean, from your location, it seemed like there was a bunch of people just hanging out in this throne room. It seems that there's still a lot of other people in there, and it seems that if people started to panic when the gunfire and explosions went off, but they're kind of like hiding and tucking themselves under tables and stuff right now. They haven't like run that way because that's the direction where all the explosions are happening, and it seems as if there's other areas in this, but it seems like the primary exit is where Dran and you are kind of headed towards.
Okay. So it's like the guards were just kind of hanging out in this room, and when something went down, then they kind of got up and started to move out.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're not necessarily like you think the guards are more or less the Gamorreans that were standing around. The other people were just probably people that work for Teemo or do other things for him and were there at the time, and just things happened, so they took action. You know?
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll just say that's my turn. I just kind of like memorize.
Oh yeah.
Their kind of SOP for, how to handle a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll be definitely useful for our future interaction.
And you're also getting the vibe that Teemo is very threatening, but also wants the others to go ahead.
Okay. So he's dangerous, but possibly a coward.
Could be, or just the other ones are expendable.
Okay. All right. I think that's good for me. Dran or Raven or
I'll
Tiza?
go. I'll just keep flying, but I'm gonna do a stealth check to because I'm just gonna use my action movement, just keep moving.
Okay. I am gonna say you're probably gonna have to add at least one setback. We'll add one setback to your stealth check because you're in the air where there isn't a whole lot of things to hide behind as you're stealthing through. You can probably try to get away a little bit quietly, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So
I think I'm more looking for visual hiding, not sound hiding.
Okay, you got it. So
are
you trying to find like an area to land that's
if I can, otherwise I'll just keep going.
Okay. Sure. Let's go within the city. Let's go 2 purple with 1 setback.
Okay.
And then you can make your check there. You also have people probably looking over towards the palace after all these grenades have just gone off. All right.
Yes!
Nice. So I will say you probably find an area near the palace somewhere that is heavily obscured to land in. so that way you're visually hidden from the palace and also from the rest of the onlookers from around the city.
Okay. Okay.
And you also have 3 advantages.
I'm gonna boost Yeska again because he seems to be the bard talking to the Hutt.
Okay.
And then, could I use the last advantage to be like find a place where I have no visual on me at all, so I can change out of my armor?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you found like a little alleyway area near the palace that is what was that place that I can't remember, but like when R2D2 and C3PO like hide in that one area with a really dark door it was in the first episode 4, A New Hope.
Oh,
Is that like
it's-
just like a little
it's-
storage closet at the spaceport? Or
It's like
something
a
that?
communications hub because
Yeah.
it had a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of computer stuff.
Yeah, you find
What's-
an
what's-
area like
it's-
that.
What's the type of room where like all the Wi-Fi wires connect into?
Server room?
Yeah.
Like a server or network room. or
Server
something,
room, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like it's like a server room.
Yeah, you make your way into like this little small communications den. It has like computer servers and stuff in it, and begin to start changing out of your armor. So at this point, what I'm going to ask you guys this: Tizo, are you just going to talk?
Yeah, I was just gonna talk to the guy.
And Dran and Yeska, you guys have no intention of doing anything aggressive at this moment?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I might have to do something drastic if they try to kill him, but
Sure,
otherwise,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Okay. You got it. I'm going to take us out of initiative order for right now. This Thalassian, who forcefully starts to pull you, Tizo, back towards the main door of the workshop and cargo receiving area. It seems like some of the others of Teemo's thugs actually kind of flank this individual, holding their blasters at the ready towards you as they're kind of pulling you towards that direction. What is it that you wanted to say?
Well, as he's pulling forcefully, hey, there's no reason to be aggressive. I'm like moving perfectly fine.
There's absolutely reason to be aggressive. And he points down to his ship.
You know, I warned you about that, and you didn't listen. That is your fault, not mine.
Oh, and I forgot. And then he points over to the dead corpse of that other one, like laying down there as well.
I warned them also. You should have learned from their mistake.
Well, soon enough you will learn your lesson, as you will be put in your place. You're going to regret this.
You think it's going to be a comfy chair? I really hope it's going to be a comfy chair.
Shut up! He kind of pushes you. And he kind of like forcefully starts like dragging you, like pulling, like almost to a point where he's like trying to almost pulling your arm out of socket a little bit as he's like kind of dragging you along. This guy's a lot stronger than he looks. Like he's got some build to him. As he's pulling you, he drags you all the way to the main chamber, which I believe this would be the first time that you've ever saw this room.
Yeah.
And if you guys look on your map there, Tizo, you can get a good look at everything in this throne room and how it's assembled. It kind of descends down a little bit as it goes towards this small wall here in the center, and it goes even deeper, and you can see there's some kind of sand pit there in the center of the room. And he drags you in front of where Teemo has made himself comfortable again on its large throne-like structure there at the top. It's much bigger than a normal throne because it's got to fit his girth. But he sloshes onto this thing. He's like overlapping the edges and stuff in places and is making himself comfortable once again. Yeska and Dran, you've kind of made your way probably back into the room. And as everybody else is coming in, 2 Gamorrean guards stayed out in the grand hallway, but they seem to be watching kind of in. as this takes place, but it looks like everybody else that you guys have seen thus far, except for the guards at the main door, have been placed back in here. The other individuals that were present are all kind of just starting to come out from under tables and sit down and just... They look like they all have very concerned looks on their faces, but are all looking on. There's several other Twi'lek individuals, like scantily clad Twi'lek women around that look like they're being forced to serve beverages and meals in here. And Teemo just starts to laugh. Oh, aren't you courageous? Looking at you, Tizo.
I'm gonna quickly say something to the guy that's next to me. Like, you're a lot stronger than you look. What's your workout regimen? I'm kind of like looking to bulk up a little bit.
Shut up!
Do you
Oh.
Nice
Did
glutes, bro.
Did you like my audition to join your ranks?
He looks over towards Yeska. He's like, well, perhaps we've been looking for new gladiators.
I was actually thinking of something a little bit more like higher up, maybe like a personal bodyguard. I guarantee it that I could take any of your guards in a one-on-one combat.
He ponders for a moment. He seems to...
I'm just a simple man looking for some work.
Oh, perhaps
Almost
you
got
can...
there.
Perhaps
Simple man.
you can quickly climb through the ranks. He seems to go over to this individual that's standing next to him, that one that has the elongated face, and makes those noises in languages that you guys can't really understand, and it kind of like whispers to him, and then he gets excited, and then starts going, and then goes to the Gamorrean and like starts going on his shoulders, and then the Gamorrean like starts snorting
Really
a little bit. Snorting a little bit, and then the Aqualish and the humans all start to like hear the rumbles of this, and you start hearing this name, Urdu, over and over again, and then it starts to turn into a chant in the room. Urdu, 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 Urdu,
Tizo, Tizo. Theo.
So there's this chant happening. It's roaring, and everybody in the room is just getting so excited about this name being chanted. And these two Gamorrean guards come up to you, and they basically like take you arm in arm, and they bring you down towards this little like 3-foot wall down there at the bottom, and they attempt to pick you up. Are you going to fight against it, or are you going to allow them to do it?
Does it look like they're gonna throw me over that?
It looks like they're going to throw you down in this pit.
Oh, because it's like
How
a pit with
far?
walls.
It's
How
like,
far down is it?
it is about 15 feet.
So that's short range.
Be short range, yeah.
I'm going to struggle a little bit and just... You throw me in that pit, I'm just going to get back out of it. This is just going to be...
If you want to prove yourself, you will wait for Urdu.
Well, how about you just let me jump down? You don't need to throw me, and I will just kind of...
Okay,
just like
the
move and
Gamorreans
just
kind of like...
jump
You
back.
the Gamorreans just let you go, and you're going to jump back down into the pit?
Jump down, sure.
Okay, and
yes.
you land into the... It's like... You sink into the sand a little bit. It's not like... It's like a thick layer of soft sand down at the bottom as you make your way and land in there. Raven, you've gotten yourself changed. What is it that you are doing out in the outside?
Just sighing.
Yeah. Letting the
Remembers I
soul
had her
escape my
gun.
body as I sigh. Then it comes back into my body, and I'm like, all right, I gotta get shit together. How far is our ship from here?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put you on a different map, so you'll be able to see the map of Moshuta here. I'm gonna grab you and take you over to the map of Moshuta, so you'll be able to see this, I hope. Are you able to see the new map on Roll20?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So do you see where it says barracks next to Teemo's palace?
Yes.
You are kind of right in between. You see this little building up here that's beside the landing bay and the barracks?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you're currently hiding and changed.
Okay.
So it's up to you where you want to go from here within the larger area of the city here. Now, one thing you will remember is this city is basically run by Teemo, so...
Right. Before I take off my helmet, I'm just going to let Yeska know, or my party members know, that I'm gonna head back to the ship.
Okay. And you're just going to start heading that way?
Yep.
Okay, it'll take a little while because you got to go across basically the whole city. It's gonna
That's fine.
take a little time if you're just moseying on, trying to just, blend in with the crowd, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'm just gonna use like my history as a bounty hunter to pretty much blend in with the crowd, know where to go, and if someone's looking a little too much, I find a different way.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you'll be able to do that easily, especially since you took your armor off. That's a
Yeah, she has her hair up high because it's a hot desert, and she's just
oh yeah.
probably got a little bit of dirt purposefully
No,
on her
that
clothes.
would be miserable for anybody with long hair. It would be
Yeah.
awful. Yeah.
Well, hers is only about to her shoulders, but even that is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. Yeah, it would be.
It's really thick hair. She's like, no,
I
no, no,
understand
no.
now.
Thick
You-
hair.
that's it. So when we transfer back, Dran and Yeska, is there anything you're doing? I see Tizo you hear this chant, this Urdu chant, and it looks like the party is...
Urdu. Yes. Oh, yes.
And it seems as if the party is about ready to kick back
Master
up.
Teemo, may we stay for a moment? This seems very entertaining.
Oh, absolutely. Glad you'll
Yeah.
be able to see it.
Come, have a seat. Let's Urdu. Yes.
Yeah, a female Twi'lek stops by and puts down a few drinks at the table that you guys sit down at.
Thank you, my dear.
She just kind of nods and then walks off towards the cantina bar over on the other side of the room. And eventually, Tizo, as you're standing down there, there's this strange kind of like hallway, like the skinny hallway that leads off. It's kind of like when kind of like wrestlers that come down a ramp kind of deal. There's this hallway that has the walls of the outstretched parts of the building there kind of climb up, and you can hear some doors opening behind this hallway, and eventually you see this Gamorrean behind the hallway, and then you hear this sound, this as this massive 7.5 foot tall furred creature starts walking behind
his arms.
the Gamorrean as this massive Wookiee is being brought into the center. And you guys recall somebody had mentioned to Yeska and Dran the last game about their gladiator being a Wookiee. And apparently its name is Urdu. And
Gonna have to kill this walking throw rug.
And it looks around. It looks vicious, and it's got these terrible, terrifying teeth as it's looking towards you. It looks matted and kind of malnourished as it comes out. And the Gamorrean takes the manacles off of his wrist, and then basically the Wookiee just backhands the Gamorrean. And the Gamorrean falls down, and does a roll through the sand, and it starts crawling, like commander crawling back towards the main aisleway, and disappears back there. And you can hear just doors slamming back behind as this Wookiee now stands there in front of you. And then the Urdu chants start again. Urdu, Urdu, and you hear this low droning laugh of Teemo.
I will say over to the Wookiee. Do you know who Urdu is?
And he starts taking this like very low to the ground stance. He's got his arms kind of open like this, and he's just watching.
How tall is this Wookiee?
Probably like 7.5 feet tall.
How low to the ground can you get if you're 7.5?
Not very low, but he's trying.
Okay.
Oh no, Twitch chat is chanting Urdu as well. You guys are in trouble.
Oh, chat, you're supposed to be chanting Tizo.
Yeah.
Oh!
So this is what I'd like you to do, Tizo. I'd like you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Because it looks
Great.
like you're in one-on-one single combat with this Wookiee.
Question, Michael. Am I able to join initiative?
Sure. Does everybody want to
Okay.
roll initiative?
I want to roll initiative.
Okay, you guys can roll initiative as well. I'm going to say, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say for these encounters going forward, since this is all like spitballed, everybody's rolling vigilance. Okay?
Sweet.
That's fair.
Because you guys are just, this is all like, this is all ad lib right here. You guys are just trying to make things up as you go.
Yep. Trying to survive.
Michael, since technically the encounter ended, do we get to roll the...
Technically it did, yes. So you get a simple...
What was that again?
A simple cool or discipline check.
So we just roll discipline or cool?
With no difficulty, and however many successes you get to reduce that amount of strain. Yes.
Okay, my cool. Oh, wow. Cool, okay.
I didn't have any strain, so I'm just gonna skip that.
Per success, right? Not advantages on this, right?
It's only successes, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Can I hit myself with a stim?
Absolutely.
While I'm... Cool.
Yeah, go for it. Is that your first one? Okay.
First catch of the day.
All right. So, it looks like everybody gets to go. Or Urdu. Well, yeah.
Poor Urdu.
Yeah. So, seeing this happen, which PC would like to go first?
May I suggest that Dran kind of watching this kind of like, you know, he's drinking, taking advantage of all the chanting and the chaos is, I'm going to kind of like focus on Tizo a little bit and kind of, you know, wag my fingers and try to like take a deep breath and project kind of the vibe of the room onto him with a little of the old battle meditation.
I was like, are you gonna battle meditate? Yes!
Okay,
Yeah.
battle meditation.
Yep.
All right. Do you have to...
So I have to do a force check?
Yeah, do a force check for battle meditation. Yep.
Okay, and I have enough light side there to activate it and to add. How far is he from me?
Short range.
Short range. Okay, I'm gonna have to tap into the dark side a little bit to make this happen. So I have to flip a point. But he'll get his +2, and you know, and I'm also going to add to because of my presence. Yeah, I can get all 3 of us. Well, I can't get me. I can get the other 2.
You can't get you, but you get Yeska and Tizo.
Yeah, Yeska and Tizo both have their +2s now.
+2 successes to every roll.
Yep,
Okay.
as I'm just kind of sitting there vibing, like feeding them information about what I'm seeing.
Yeah, you guys can feel that resonant force energy that you're familiar with from being around Duran from before. As
I'll
he
move
begins this-
here next to him, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that will be your turn.
Yep.
Okay, that brings us to another PC.
Oh, and commit again. I'm committing my force points.
Committing your force points. Okay.
Yeah, it's good though.
Jessica, did you want to do anything, or do you want me to go first?
I do have a force power I could use,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I'll let you go first, and then I'll go right after you, right before,
Okay.
or do.
Okay.
I will yell up to Teemo. So, do you want me to kill him, or just knock him unconscious? Which would you prefer?
You better do something, or he'll kill you first.
I'm assuming they took my blaster rifle away from me
They did.
and my vibro knife.
They did.
So I have no weapons. I again will yell out to Teemo. Can any of your guards do this? And some of these tables that are around here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start to try and move them into the air.
Okay. All right.
I have to roll force for this. So let me go ahead and see if I can. Wow, I'm rolling really good on force. So I don't even have to use the dark side for this. Basically, anything within a short range or long, the next range up from short range, because I can upgrade the range 1 range band.
Hmm.
If there's 3 tables near me, which I don't know how far technically these range bands are, I'm gonna pick up 3 tables,
Okay.
hold them in the air, and then I'm gonna chuck one at the Wookiee.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll for your move.
Would you say a table is a silhouette 1, probably like the same as a human, like a humanoid,
yeah,
or
these are small tables, so yeah.
okay? So that's a difficulty of 1. And then we have to roll.
This is a combat check, so you probably get +2.
I am going to go ahead and upgrade that for you.
Okay.
Flipping a dark side point.
All right, so range attack.
Oh, the Wookiee
Well, the
dodges it.
The 2 technically,
Well, it would cancel.
it would be like
it'd be a wash.
wash.
Yeah, so it still would miss.
Dang it.
It'd miss with advantage though. You haven't been getting lucky with these
I have not.
throws tonight. You've been rolling good on force, but not being able to throw them.
So after throwing the 1 table, because I'm assuming I can't throw all 3, I'm gonna let the other 2 fall back to the ground.
Okay.
Can we cash in some of these advantage to like maybe make it to where the Wookiee is gonna has to like move farther around, maybe can't reach me this turn because I'm gonna back up to this wall.
Well,
So like maybe the table blocks a little bit. I don't know if that is
well, the
even
table
possible,
table
but-
could give you cover, so that'd be a setback.
Oh.
And also,
Sure,
I could say
I'll do that, yeah.
And also, like maybe the table kicks up a bunch of sand into the Wookiee's eyes, and it'll cause him to
Okay.
have another setback added to that as well. So
Cool,
2
sure.
setbacks.
Let's do that.
It's not going to take him out of your range because that's a small area. One maneuver is going to get up to you, basically.
Okay.
And we could also say that when he dodged out of the way, he actually had to roll out of the way and is fallen prone. So it would take him an extra maneuver.
Okay.
Because you've got so
that's
many
fine.
advantages there. Like each one of those will probably cost 2. Unless you wanted to do something else with any of them.
Well, we won't knock him prone,
Okay.
but so that way I can heal 2 strain. But we'll do the other ones.
Perfect. Yeah, you got it. Now, Yeska, you just witnessed this table miss. And Tizo kind of duck underneath it to take cover, using it as his shield. What would you like to do?
Okay. So early on in the game, months ago, probably a year ago, I invested experience points in the force power of misdirect.
Okay.
And I often used it incorrectly. Because I thought I would be creating like an illusion of a rock or something that would confuse a bunch of people, but then I realized, oh, that can happen later on. So as I'm reading it now, it's like I will spend a force point and then make a target up to a short range, and I have increased range. Unable to perceive a chosen person or object of silhouette 1 or smaller. Until the beginning of the user's next turn, I guess that'd be me, the target cannot see or sense the hidden person or object. And so I want to use my force power to use misdirect on Urdu so that he sees an image of Tizo standing, like he moved instead of hiding behind the table, and cause Urdu to attack this image
wrong table. Yeah.
instead of Tizo.
It's like the cup game. Which cup is he under?
That's what I'm wanting to do, but like only Urdu is seeing this. So it's not like an illusion that a group can see. That kind of thing can come later, but it's just I'm confusing one person. So he just looks like he's just attacking air to everybody else.
Okay. Sure, go ahead.
So that's what I want to do. Now we'll see if it happens. I'm gonna roll. Let me clear my dice pool.
Is that just force dice to do, or do you have to like make a deception check on top of that, like when you roll it? Is there any like
it
skill
says
check involved,
nothing? It says nothing about a deception roll. It just creates an illusion, and I spend a force point.
Okay, perfect. Oh wow, look at that!
Yes.
4 light sides. Jeez, the force dice are with you guys tonight.
So, I can increase by a pip, by range. And I can commit the dice itself to sustain the power while the target is within my range. So I've got a rank in range and a rank in duration. So, I guess, can I commit both the pips and the dice themselves in the same thing, or do I need to do that at separate turns?
So the commit die is the duration part of it? Is that what it's saying?
Yes.
Okay, so if you
I commit the pips for the range, and I can commit the die itself for the number of rounds duration.
Okay, so all that you do for commitment is basically you take one of your force die and you say this one's committed, so then your force rating drops.
I see.
Because that die is now being assigned to this. So that's what the commit means. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll have until my next turn in the next round.
Mm-hmm.
So I will use one of the the die, to use the pips this time to increase the range.
Sure.
And I will use the second light side to increase the duration for another round. So he's going to be fighting an invisible opponent for at least 2 rounds.
Okay.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Is that all kosher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So that's what Yeska does. So it's like the table has been like pulled into the ring. Tizo's hiding behind the table, but I'm creating like a secondary Tizo that only Urdu can see.
So he can still see the other Tizo, but sees an illusionary Tizo next to him.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, it doesn't make the other Tizo disappear.
So he doesn't know who he's attacking.
Yeah, Tizo, you can see that Urdu seems to be like, well, right now he's like just like scratching at the sand in his eyes, like he hasn't even like seen this illusion yet, as he's just kind of like peeling out the sand from the table hitting the dirt there, and he is going to kind of look up and see 2 versions of Tizo kind of standing there. And you can tell, like, he is extremely... looks very confused back and forth between the 2. And is gonna... I'm just gonna make a random roll to see who he goes after. So I'll just roll a d6 and I'll say 1, 2, and 3 he goes after the illusion. 4, 5, or 6 he goes after the one hiding behind the table. Goes after the illusion. Nice. So he starts running, and you see these massive like haymakers being thrown. Now, when he goes through the illusion, does the illusion respond to him, or does it basically just reveal that it's an illusion by going through? Because it's in his mind.
In his mind. There is an upgrade for control. It says the user may alter the perceived appearance.
Mhm.
But I don't have that.
Okay.
So I would say that it goes right through it.
It goes right through it, and he's really
Last
confused.
Jedi style.
Yeah, it's like, and he just stops and turns around and looks at this thing just standing there and realizes he's been completely duped.
Sucker.
Raven, as you are walking through the town,
Oh no.
you look over. You recognize someone. It's Cad Solus, and he's walking like the opposite direction you are. Like you are going to the spaceport. It looks like he's going this way, like about ready to pass you. In his full Mandalorian armor.
What the bloody hell is he doing here? Is he in like an open way? Like, is there a lot of people around him as he's walking?
I mean, there are a good amount of people in the streets. I mean, it's a pretty big city and a lot of people walking back and forth. So imagine, a very crowded area walking around. But yeah, you caught a glimpse of them. People seem to be walking by in all sorts of directions.
Does he look injured?
Doesn't appear to be.
I'm gonna make a roll for this.
Okay.
When the dice tell the story, I'm gonna go approach him.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab him by the elbow.
And he's seen you without your helmet on before, correct?
Yes.
He stops, looks directly at you with his helmet. So is it done?
No. Yeah. What are you doing here?
Well, I thought you might need a hand.
Come with me. I'm gonna just start dragging him and put my arm through his.
Okay, you grab him. He starts speaking. What's going on? You didn't take care of it yet?
Little complicated. God, I always forget. Is it Vera? What's her name?
Vera, yeah.
Vera Baroya.
Yeah, Vera Baroya. Yeah.
Are you in contact with Vera?
I mean, yeah, she really didn't want me to come, but
No shit.
I'll be honest, I kind of want a piece of Teemo too.
Well, things are a bit more complicated because it sounds like her father's still alive.
What?
Come on. I'm just dragging him.
Dragging him through the streets, mowing people over. You guys are going? Cool. So you're just dragging Cad. We'll go back now as we transition from that moment. Quick scene swipe back to the ring where you just hear as the Wookiee is fighting down in there. You guys are back at the top of the second round, 3 PCs in a row.
It will, seeing this Wookiee do that, yell up to Nemo. Is he drunk? What is... Anyways.
Too much blue milk.
Teemo does look like he has a strange expression on his face. Like, what is wrong with my gladiator right now? Like,
do I see my blaster rifle by chance?
one of the Gamorrean guards next to Teemo has it like slung over his shoulder. He's like holding it with one hand.
Instead of trying to throw a table this time, I'm going to yell at that Gamorrean. I'm going to need to borrow that for a second. And, gonna force lift the rifle up.
Okay.
And I'm just going to hold it, like, I'm going to bring it towards me, and I'm just going to, it's going to stay in the air, and it's going to fire at the Wookiee, because I can do that.
Oh,
What?
Wow. Tizo's
'cause I
making
can
himself his
manipulate-
own turret.
I can manipulate items as if I was using them myself. So
Sweet. I guess you got to make your force roll.
That is
first.
such a cool ability that you don't even have to like touch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I am rolling. Wait, that's the wrong thing.
It's ranged heavy, right?
It is, but I technically were you going to upgrade it with the dark side? Because technically it wouldn't have been a red, but
No, I wouldn't have upgraded that.
so it technically would have been just a purple.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know
I
what?
mean, can I just keep that?
Yeah, I'll
Like
just.
you succeeded with a
Yeah, you
harder
did
roll.
Yeah,
harder
I'll
than
just
it
keep
should've
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you succeeded with harder, so I'm gonna upgrade.
And you have +2. You have +2.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
do. It happens.
Okay.
So Gamorrean's standing there, and all of a sudden he's like, as this thing gets pulled out of his hands, starts hovering through across the room and down towards the pit, and it begins to fire towards the towards Urdu, and it does strike. What's the damage?
So the damage will be +2, so it's going to be 12
12.
points of damage, soakable.
Okay.
And then I again will just use the 2 advantage to gain strain back.
Okay. The
And then I'll set the blaster rifle back down on a table, somewhere I can still see, or I'll set it on the edge of the edge of the ring, so I can still see it, but it's on the ground.
After you do this, it seems that the whole room gets disgusted.
Oh.
And people start booing you, Tizo, as if the use of firearms is somewhat of a taboo within this with a faux pas within this this situation. Even Teemo himself starts to like, oh, and basically the whole group gets angered. But you hear in the midst of this, one of the Thalassians goes, wait, stop it all. And everybody kind of record screach the little the minstrel.
You may be
kinda
wondering
stops.
how I got here.
He holds up his hands and he's like looking, and he turns and Teemo's like, oh, and looks towards the individual and it's like, how about we take him?
I don't want to work for you. I want to work for Teemo, whatever his name is.
You don't even know his name correct. You can't even say his name correctly. Why would he want you?
Because I am a very skilled fighter. I do not want to be a gladiator. I want to help someone that is in power.
Well, then you need to help us.
I want to help you. I'd let you capture me.
He turns around and he ignores you completely and goes to Teemo. It's like, we have credits to offer you for him. Unfortunately, we'll have to take some of the price off due to the fact that we will need to purchase a new ship. And Teemo's like, oh, I want to see him fight some more.
Oh yes, very entertaining.
But
I think this is a very wonderful money-making opportunity.
And basically the Thalassians looking at it a bit. What if we 15,000 credits? Teemo kind of looks. And just ponders, looks back down at you, and Urdu's kind of like on one knee now, like with these blaster wounds, like scraping the rest of the sand out of his eyes, going, and Teemo's like, 17,000 credits. And the Thalassian like looks back at him. Now you know I just told you this one, and points down to you, is responsible for the damages outside. including your turret that you will have to replace. It seems we're both hurting for individual funds here. 16,000. And Teemo looks and smiles. Deal.
Do I get a cut of that by chance?
Shut up!
That's that. Well, we're gonna have to talk about payment here, though. I don't work for free.
It seems like the Gamorrean comes out and is consoling and empathizing with Urdu. He's like kneeling down there, and Urdu kind of like just shrugs off the Gamorrean once more and is like, with all these like blaster marks on his chest, and stands up and starts kind of like hobbling back down that hallway. And the Gamorrean stands up, just looks at you with like this weird side eye, and then scampers off to the other side. And the Thalassian looks down at you and says, "Well, it looks like you're coming with us."
Yeah, we should talk about payment.
20,000.
I just did.
And so, like, Yeska...
Did Yeska said 20,000?
Yeska says 20,000.
Everybody turns and looks at Yeska. And everything just stops, and Teemo's like, "Oh!" And looks back at the Thalassian.
This fighter, he's very capable. My employers would gladly pay 20,000 credits to have such a formidable warrior.
Teemo looks like he's getting a little bit like, because it's kind of like he's just wondering what is going on here. The Thalassian looks very frustrated towards you, but is like, 20,000. $20,000. Teemo laughs.
I mean, I'm definitely worth it.
And it looks
and then, as I say that, I jump out of the ring.
Okay, jump back up.
Next to the guy.
Next to the Thalassian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he jumps good.
Technically,
Thalassian looks
I'm supposed to
super
roll for
frustrated
that,
and is kind of glaring towards Yeska right now as Teemo looks at Yeska and is like, 20,000. Almost as if he went off on his deal and is like saying deal to you now, Yeska. So you are agreeing to pay Teemo 20,000 for Tizo.
I pat the Thalassian on the back. Better luck next time.
I don't like you.
Well, good. That means we probably shouldn't have worked together in the first place.
Work together.
Tizo's great.
Oh, Teemo, the splendid, the most wealthy. I am most willing to make this deal. However, I do not currently have access to such a large amount of funds. May I please make a request that this formidable warrior slave stay here? I will gladly offer 2,000 credits for his upkeep in my absence. If perhaps I do not come back within a certain amount of time, you may gladly take the deal of this Thalassian. That way, there is no hard feelings between either of our organizations.
Wait. I am a mercenary. I am not a slave. I think we've gotten on the...
I think that is up for debate at the moment.
And as everybody is awkwardly looking at each other right now in this tense standoff, we sideswipe back to Raven and Cad Solus. Where were you leading him as you were pulling him off? Was there anywhere in particular?
Oh, I was just gonna bring him back to the ship.
Okay, so you take him back to the ship area.
Yeah.
And you can see that his vessel is also parked in the spaceport. As you guys are
No, we'll go to the Phoenix because like more room to sit down and.
Okay, sure. Yeah, he leads you, or you lead him to the Phoenix, and he's like, "So, what? Vera's father is alive?"
Apparently, the Thalassians, is that what they are? What group were we looking at that had them? The ship.
Thalassians, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Thalassians, apparently are trying to make some deal to sell him to the Hutt.
Oh. Well, that's...
I don't know how he's still alive, but I would like to insight check this man.
Sure, make a vigilance check. Against 2 purple dice.
Okay. I just want to see if he knew that already.
Look into his soul, Christy.
She's not super great at this, but oh, she's okay.
That's a success. He legitimately does not thought that he was dead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And your other insight on this is, you think that he's taken this Tarok thing pretty hard.
Yeah, I figured.
And he was hoping that he could kind of get in on what you guys were doing and maybe slip in last moment and maybe get, a quick shot in or two.
Killing shot. We do all the hard work. You get the killing shot.
You guys
Yeah.
it's like, nick him down a little bit and then him come in.
Yeah. I'll wait till they're like halfway through the fight and then I'll show up and do all the easy lifting.
His whole intention is to come here and take Teemo down. Like, that's what you get the vibe.
And it also seems that Tizo has gotten himself captured purposely, and the other two are making some sort of false deal. I don't know the particulars because I've stopped talking over comms, but I'm assuming they have it handled. They haven't hit the eject button yet.
What kind of
plan
is
things
that?
Have changed. Pardon?
What kind of plan is that?
I don't know. I don't know, God. I didn't want to. I had no choice.
Right. Okay,
Things have changed. The moment I heard that Vera's father was still alive, I had to take things into consideration, and we had to approach this differently. We can't just go in there killing him, and then the father never shows up.
Well, can we get them out of there so then we can go check on Vera's father?
I'm waiting to hear back from them. I'm gonna click calm. I don't suppose you boys are done anytime soon. I ran into an old friend. I'm at the ship with Card.
You guys all hear this as the whole room is awkwardly looking at one another.
Yes. A solution. You say you're not a slave. Fair enough. Perhaps
click on the
mighty
mic for,
Teemo.
Yeah.
Perhaps mighty Teemo, that this man could temporarily remain under your employ, paid by me, until I return with the 20,000.
And you're willing to put down the 2,000 credits?
Yes, this will be me paying for his upkeep as one of your guards. If I do not return within 3 days, you may do what you like, make whatever deal with whomever.
I like this deal. And you see him also like look to his side, and he reaches down and grabs something out of a box, and you realize quickly that it's the missile tube that you guys just gave him not too long ago. And he kind of holds it in one hand like this. And you guys gave him a missile tube.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Oh God.
That may have been a mistake on my part.
No,
My bad.
And he looks
I'm the reckless one.
and he looks at the Thalassian and says, I like their deal better. So I suggest you both go find a new ship. And the Thalassian just looks like, kind of glares towards Teemo and glares around the room and gets frustrated, sighs, looks at you, gives you a side eye, Tizo, and is like, I'll see you soon. You'll see me again. And turns
And
around.
if I see you first, I don't really know what that means. Actually, we'd probably be seeing each other at the same time.
I'm kind of confused about how that works too. I mean,
Maybe we could get a drink.
absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Apparently, this guy doesn't like to have a drink.
He points at you and he's like, oh, I'll see you last. And then turns around and walks away.
Okay.
I don't know what that means either. And the other Thalassian like meets up with him and they walk down that hallway and disappear.
Like as they're walking away, it's like, what are you doing? I don't know. He's so smart.
Yeah, it's like, did you see he was making tables fly everywhere? I don't know how to do that. As they're walking out. And they just disappear out of the room. And Tizo's standing there kind of smoking this cigarette in an elongated, like one of those fancy cigarette holders, and holding the missile
Cruella
tube.
DeVille.
Yeah, the Cruella DeVille. Holding the missile tube in the other arm, like just sitting there. And they're laughing and they smile.
Don't mix those up.
That's exactly right. And they the Teemo sends this individual up to you, Yeska, to collect the 2,000 payment to hold Tizo.
Yeah, so I'll fork over $2,000.
Okay. You hand it to this individual. And then he kind of bows to you, kind of takes the money and takes it back up to Tizo. He's like, and two of the Gamorreans kind of flank you, Tizo, as it looks like they're getting ready to lead you off somewhere.
I take a seat at the table that I'm at, and I thought I was supposed to be your guard. What is this?
Special room for you.
What does it have? A comfy bed, at least?
Yeah, it does.
Something tells me that's a lie, but I will attempt to pick up my blaster rifle as I walk by.
Stealthily?
No. I'm just gonna try and pick it up just so I can keep it with me.
Okay, if you don't do it
Put it on.
stealthily, basically one of the Gamorreans just like slaps it out of your hand as soon as you try to pick it up.
I don't know what you just said. Can I have my blaster rifle back at least? I'd talk up to Teemo.
Of course not.
How am I supposed to defend you then?
Throw a table at them.
I can do that.
Episode title.
I could do that.
Throw a table at them.
Guess I'll follow these guards.
Okay, you're following them? Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot to mention. You're gonna have a roommate.
Great. Haven't had one of those since I was a child.
It's college.
Yeah.
College. Yes. So you're led downstairs. You're actually led down back into like where that workshop area was. They go down some steps around a corner, and you're brought down this kind of dark hallway that has some strange like blinking lights in it. The door opens to this place and it kind of smells down here. It's a little. It kind of gives you that. I don't know. It's like that kind of, for lack of a better term, like the smell of the zoo. Like that's what it kind of smells like down here.
Like the bear enclosure.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Don't ever stop by the elephants. Yeah, you want to keep walking by. But anyway, it kind of smells like that in here. And they click a little pad, and this door opens. You're standing there. It's hard to see into the room, but as you walk in, you can see on the other side of the room there's what seems to be a pretty comfortable, not clean or anything, but a pretty comfortable bed area. And there is there's a hunched over Wookiee on the other side of the room, just like watching you come in. You can see the shining of the eyes as you make your way in, as they put you in the same room as Urdu.
Hey, I actually think I can help you with that wound. Yeah, I can make you feel better. I don't know if that's what you just said, but
he kind of the Wookiee kind of grumbles and just like lays down and rolls over with his back facing you.
so I'm assuming they put me in the cell.
Yeah, and then the door goes.
Do I see like a key card or anything on their belts or anything? Maybe.
It didn't look like a key card. It looked like they had pressed like some numbers into it. Like it had like a passcode or something on the outside.
Can I see like what? Like, can I maybe make a perception check and check to see what numbers they pushed?
Sure, go ahead. What are the two of you while he's doing that? What are the two of you doing as Tizo's been escorted away to places where you're not even really sure where he's been taken?
Once again, try to make a graceful exit, and it has been our supreme pleasure, Mr. Teemo. We'll see you in 3 days.
We'll be here waiting.
Please feel free to invite the Thalassians again. Maybe we can all have a drink together.
Perhaps. We'll see if they can muster up some credits before they return.
I'm not mocking him, but I'm also laughing big.
Yeah, you're like laughing big with each other. A big like.
And I guess we bow and we try to leave.
Okay. They no resistance whatsoever as you guys make your way back out.
And then as we exit the palace, I will say, does Tizo still have his comm?
I would assume not.
Is it like it's not like a?
I mean, they took my vibro knife. I mean, maybe
they probably would have taken your if you didn't have like a little thing that was hidden and inserted in your ear. They probably took all that from you when they took you. You're basically stripped of everything except your clothing, pretty much.
I was thinking like an earpiece, like it would like one of the phone things. Like I was thinking that was what it looked like.
If you had an earpiece that was kind of, they would take it off of you. Yeah.
I was picturing more of like
like an earbud,
earbuds or something or something like that. But he doesn't have it anymore. Okay.
He doesn't have it. Yeah.
I don't want to say anything over comms because now they have one of our comms.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So I'll switch off my comm, and we'll just head back to the ship.
Okay. You guys walk out and make your way back to the ship, where you run into Raven and Cad Solus. Or they're away.
What are you doing here?
Dad?
Oh, I'm just really coming to see if you guys got the job done. That's all.
Well,
Where's Teeza?
This guy.
Where's Tizo? What happened?
Okay. Everyone has comms off?
I can turn them off.
Yes, please.
I will turn them off.
Okay. Tizo has gotten himself captured. That's number one.
on purpose.
On purpose.
Yes, he made that clear.
I, as a shadowy arms dealer, have offered to purchase his services for 20,000 credits. That's two.
You put 2,000 down, so it's actually only 18 right now. So.
Oh, okay. For 18,000 credits. Number three. I don't have those credits, and I'm not an arms dealer. Number four.
Teemo has a missile launcher.
Teemo has the missile launcher. We used it to gain his favor. We can try and get it back another time.
I'm taking another conflict.
Fair
He
enough.
thinks we're the real deal.
He thinks we're real. And finally, number five. We have 3 days to come back with the other money. I propose
18,000
we
credits.
get 18,000. I propose we get together with the other Mandalorians and create some type of plan of attack. Because we already have an inn. So we would be able to enter freely. We can get together with our friends and we would be able to break, A, break Tizo out. B, kill Teemo, or Nemo, or whatever his name is. I forget. He says the wrong name so often. and then 3, steal lots of his monies. 4, I've switched back to numbers. And 5, be able to rescue Vera's father.
And recover the weapons.
Yes. Let's
And we have-
include that with the monies.
And we have 3 days to get this done.
Yes. It's no problem.
I just look at Card. Do you see what I'm working with here?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like staring at them the whole time.
He's almost killed a guy with a table.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Well, let's just hope he doesn't do anything else reckless and gets himself killed in the next 72 hours.
Yeah, because
We
now
should make
we're
it 2 days. We should make it 2 days.
now we're one person down.
Looks like you just got upgraded from hench person to teammate.
I mean, Yaska's got a point. You kind of put your foot in the door and now you're stuck with us.
As long as we take down Teemo, I don't care about anything else right now.
Well, you should care about everything else because it's all connected.
I know.
Don't worry. We will both get our revenge on the Hutt.
When we now know the layout of the building and how many people are guarding it, right?
Yes.
That's a good point.
Changes everything.
We also are able to know the guard movements and their security systems based on Raven's expert slicing.
Do you guys actually think that Tizo's gonna try to actually stay locked up in there?
I hope
don't
so.
Have high hopes. You hope so. I don't have high hopes.
Like, we say that at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
I hope so. I don't have hopes.
High hopes.
The Hutt is giving us 3 days. I'm not so sure about our friend.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long Tizo's going to give us. We have 3 days
Yeah.
from the Hutt and maybe 25
Yeah.
hours if we're lucky. Oh, all right. This is fine.
Now we gotta get him out of there.
We need to tell Vera what's going on.
I don't know how she's gonna take it. Gonna be a little bit
Well.
shocked to the system.
It's always a bad time, so it's always the right time to tell her. She needs to know. So where do we start? Do we go back?
We go back, and we trust that Tizo is strong enough to survive, and maybe not so reckless enough to try to break out. I've got a good feeling about this.
I hope you're right.
And as Raven says, I hope you're right, the camera pans out from the Phoenix, past the starport of Moshuta, and just focuses itself in the distance on Teemo's palace. It seems to overtake that portion of the city. And the camera quickly pans to the stars. And that's where we're in tonight's episode of Star Wars Force of Destiny.